everyone and welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing my update number 2 on my project Use It Up for this year. I thought I would do another update. I know I just kind of did one a few months ago, but I thought I would do another one before I head off to school because there has been a lot of progress. There has been a lot of changes, as you will see. So first of all, we're going to get started with all of the products that I have finished. I did it in my last video a little bit differently, so I don't remember for all of them exactly like when I finished them and stuff, except if they're most recent or if they're from like forever ago. So the first off, I finished this sample of the YSL Touche Éclat Concealer. I used up shade number 1 and shade number 2. I'm not going to use 3 because number 2 was actually a little bit too dark for me. So this is considered done. I also used up this sample of the NARS it's that luminous, it's that new foundation that's like the luminous one that comes in this bottle. This shade was too dark for me. I think I only used it once or twice mixed with other foundations. So to be quite honest, I don't have much of an opinion because since the shade was too dark, I didn't really get to test the foundations to its full capacity. But I also don't remember like not enjoying it that much. But anyway, I would still like to try a sample of this again in my correct shade, if that would be really great. I also finished up the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I finished this at the very first month of the year, basically. This was done from like the beginning. I didn't have much of it when I started this project. This is a newer thing that I finished. It's the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous Foundation. This is my favorite foundation in general, not just from the drugstore, but in general. This is kind of more my summer shade, so I definitely wanted to use it up more now in this season. I definitely will repurchase this sometime in the future. I love this stuff. Another foundation that I literally just finished is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. Now there might be like 1 or 2 uses left if I can squeeze it out, but still there's not much left in here. So I'm going to be considering it done. At least for me, I could only tell there's not enough left when I squeeze this and I can like kind of see through it. But throughout me using it, there was a huge like air bubble in it. So it was hard to squeeze it because even if when I squeezed it from the top, it still would come out, even though I know it was very close to being done. This one I'm debating on even counting in this project, but I wanted to try and use it, the Givenchy Phenom Eyes Effect Extension Mascara, and it just came in this little thing. Now this was kind of an interesting sample in that it came in like a packet mascara, but it was literally like a one-use sample mascara, so I didn't really feel like I get the effect because when I tried like dipping it back in, it wouldn't really fit back in because of the shape of the wand. It's sort of like a ball shape, which is actually really cool. I would love to try like an actual sample of this product again because it's pretty pricey. But the idea of this mascara is really genius where it's like a ball so you can get hard to reach places. I feel like I didn't really like use it, so I don't know if I'm really counting it. I also finished 2 mascaras early on. I finished the Maybelline The Rocket Mascara and the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Mascara. There's probably still mascara in them, but it's good to throw them out after like 3 months or so. And I am working through kind of other mascaras in my collection that I didn't put in this project at the beginning of the year. So these 2 are done. Another mascara that I kind of finished is the Model Co Power Lash Black Mascara. This stuff was old and I could tell because it was so clumpy. Like every time I used it, it was so clumpy. Like I don't know if it's still gonna show clumpy. It's not showing as clumpy as when I first used it, but I felt like I had to like tissue it to make it less clumpy like every time I used it. And I don't know if that's just because it was old and like sitting in my drawer, but if that's how it is like without just sitting there, this was not very good. I mean, I would be happy to try it again. I mean, I got it from Birchbox, so it's not that big of a deal, but I would love to try it when it's like new to see if it's different. I also finished up the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in the hydrating version. This was a little sample that I got in my Play by Sephora box quite a while ago. I actually really liked this. It's a little bit too hydrating for all over my face, but I use this for under my eyes and it was really nice. And since I finished this, I've tried the smoothing primer and it's actually like okay, it's not my absolute favorite, but this one is actually really fantastic. So if you're looking for a hydrating primer, this is a really nice one. I also finished up the Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer completely. As you can see, all the writing has rubbed off of it, and I do have another one of these, but I'm going to give it away because I have a lot of eye primers, but this is a really nice one. If you happen to get it in a Lorac palette that you purchase, it is a really nice one, and you know, I would suggest you use it. It's not my absolute favorite eye primer, but it is really nice. I also finished this Temp 2 highlighter. This is what I used at the beginning of the year with that L'Oreal foundation, because that L'Oreal foundation is really light. So this is what I used to kind of make it darker. I finished that like quite a while ago. I wouldn't repurchase this. Okay, so these are products I know that I finished in the last update, but I finished the Bite Luminous Cream Lipstick in Pepper. I had a little size that was this size, but then I put the rest of it in here and I finished that up. I really like this color and would repurchase it. I also finished this lipstick in Fig, and as you can see, it is all done. Maybe when I'm done with this project, I'll like dig out this color and finish it, but I am not quite sure yet. I want to work on other products first. I also finished this Urban Decay Naked Lip Gloss. I think these are discontinued, so you can't get it, but this is the one that I got with my Naked 2 palette. And then I also finished up this Makeup Forever N9 lipstick. That was the birthday present a couple years ago, I think. So it's completely done. There's still some in there. I'm kind of like the Fig lipstick. I'm still kind of debating if I want to like depot that out. It is a really nice lipstick, especially for like transitioning into fall. I did get another one of these samples in my Play by Sephora box, but again, I'm going to get rid of it or pass it on because I have so many other lip products in my collection. Okay, so these are some newer products that I finished up. I am really proud of finishing this one, but this is the Bobbi Brown corrector in Light Bisque, and it is completely gone. I am so happy that this is gone and that I got my money's worth out of this concealer because it was so expensive. I wouldn't repurchase it. It's not a bad product. It's just an extra necessary step I really don't need. I had to worry about putting it under my foundation. I'm just really happy this is done. I actually showed this when I first like finished it and was excited about finishing it on my Instagram, so go check that out and see for yourself. But I am so happy this guy is done and that I can work and use some of my other concealers that I love way more than this guy. I also finished up this Benefit Benetint. I don't know if you can tell, but there's still like a tiny bit left in there, but I can't reach it with this brush, and I can even see that either some of it went along the side or it like maybe evaporated because it's just so liquidy, but I am counting this done because the brush can't really reach it and it's just not getting anything. So I'm counting this done. I actually also finished off the EOS lip balm. This is the Summer Fruit one. I finished it off and then I actually dug out the inside of this little thing. And sometimes I feel like you can use EOS lip balms, either the containers or the actual like leftover product for stuff. So I actually am keeping the leftover of this in a little like container. I don't think I'm gonna keep the actual container of this, but I'm keeping the extra lip balm that was hidden underneath there. But for the sake of this project, this lip balm is done. I also finished off 2 eyeliners, so that is really exciting. So the first one I have here is one of my Benefit ones, and this is Benefit Steal Her Date. So that's all I have left, and I can't sharpen it anymore, so I'm considering this done, and it's kind of like scratching my eyelid a little bit. But I really did like this color. It's a really nice, just kind of sparkly blue color, but I am glad that this is done because it's so old. And then I also finished off another eyeliner, and this is from Urban Decay, and this is Demolition. I love this eyeliner. It's just a basic kind of dark brown color. I know there's still product left, but like the last one, it can't sharpen anymore, and you know, it's kind of down to the little nub, so I am considering this one done as well. I didn't quite finish it, but I can't use any more of it per se, but I also finished the Anastasia Beverly Hills Perfect Brow Pencil in medium brown, and I was trying to use the little nub that was left, but it eventually got stuck in the cap. So that is how much I have left. There is no like little bottom here, so it's just all the way up, and there is a lot of product left, and I would have loved to use more of it, but it got stuck in the cap, so I am calling it done. So that was everything that I finished so far in the project, and now we're just going to go into the items that I'm just going to give you updates on that I haven't finished yet. So the first one I'll talk about is the Smashbox primer. So I only moved down to right there, and I really like this primer, but the problem with it is that it breaks me out, and I have noticed because I've kind of tested it out, and it does unfortunately kind of break me out, so I'm always really nervous to use this primer. So that's why I haven't had as big of a jump as from here to here. So I'm debating if I should just try to keep using it or if I should just like keep it out because it is breaking me out, unfortunately. But I really do like the effect of this primer, so I think for now I'm going to keep it in and just see how I do on it until the end of the year, and then we'll kind of see from there. Another primer that's in my project is the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base Visage Sample. I have not touched this product yet. I think I've swatched it, but other than that, I haven't used it. I've just been really nervous to use this product because I've heard from so many people it has sparkle in it, and I don't want that all over my face. I'm not the person who likes the glow. I have oily skin, so I do not need it. Well, and even if you like glowy skin, this has like sparkles in it, so I still don't think you would like it. So I'm wondering if I should try to use it or if I should just give it away. I'm kind of debating giving it away. Alright, so the next product here is the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation. So it just comes in this little container, and I'm actually all the way down to this line. How I can tell where I am is that I actually take this cap off and I just look at it like through the light, and you can actually see where I am. So I've made so much progress. I worked on most of it during the school year because I wore it on kind of no makeup days, or whenever I had to get up super duper early for my church job last year. So I'm still kind of trying to work on it, but I am like almost finished with this, and this is another product that I am super excited to get out of my collection because it's not really one of my favorites. I'd rather just use a liquid foundation and then a lighter coverage powder. And also I would like to try the original because this is not the original, and I wonder if the original is a little bit different than the matte, because I just feel like the matte one is just like so dry. I also have here two face powders. First I have the Maybelline Fit Me powder. As you can see, I haven't hit pan on it, and part of it is because this powder is really light, so I really would only wear it in like the winter and fall months. So hopefully when I go back to school I'll actually like start using this more once the temperature cools down, but it's just too light of a color for me right now, so that's why I haven't been working on it lately. But the powder I am working on right now is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder, and this color does match me for, you know, most of the year and especially the summertime. But as you can see, I have repressed it because, as you can tell, it looks like a mess. But so I actually, before I repressed it, I got to kind of around, you can't see it, but you can kind of see in this corner, this pan has like this bigger square corner and there's a smaller one. So I made it, most of the powders was actually outside these edges, but then I felt like it might be later on like hard to reach to those places with my brush, so I just thought I would repress it. And so far it's been working good. I haven't hit pan again, but as you can see, around the outer edges it's totally clear, and the center has all the powder, so that just makes my brush, makes it easier for my brush to reach it. And so far I feel like every time I've repressed products, I feel like I just get a ton of product on my brush. I feel like whenever you repress a product, it just makes it like more pigmented and all of that good stuff. So anyways, that is one big difference that I've made, and this I just repressed. Hopefully I will finish this by the end of the year because I have been wearing this powder like pretty much every day. Okay, so now we're going to get on to the cheek products. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is this CoverGirl Cheekers Blush in Rose Silk, and this is also another product that I repressed. Again, it was kind of getting around the edges of the pan, so I thought I would repress it, and I do feel like it's made it more pigmented. I'm gonna still keep working on it. It's a really nice blush. It works for pretty much, you know, all year long, so I'm glad that I'm working on it, but I hope to, you know, hit pan on it again and finish it this year because it is getting old. So the next product I'm going to be talking to you about is the Duo in NARS and Laguna, and as you can see, Laguna is repressed. It's a little bit more nicely repressed than the other two products that I showed you, but as you can see, no pan in Orgasm, unfortunately. I did hit pan on Laguna, and I hit a pretty good amount of pan on it before I repressed it. It was kind of a long like here, but I felt like I noticed that over here it was getting hard pan. So I tried removing the hard pan, but I felt like it didn't really help, so I just thought I would repress it. And you know, it became more pigmented, like I said, so I think that's helping me to kind of get through this product. And also Laguna is very newly repressed, as well as that face powder. NARS Orgasm is just not budging. As you probably saw in my June and July favorites, I have been using a brush that has been really working well with this blush, but it just is not budging. It's not hitting pan at all. I can't even tell that it's getting like lower in the pan. Like, this blush is not moving. So if I don't finish this by the end of the year, I might just toss it because this duo is really old. Alright, so the other product I have in this project is Benefit Posy Tint, and it's really hard to show progress in here, so I can't really say anything about the progress, but I will just tell you I haven't been using this. I've been working on my other blushes and other lip products and stuff, so I haven't really used this as much so there probably isn't that much progress in it anyway. I don't want to get rid of it because I do like the product, but maybe I'll try to work on it like next year because it is more of like a springy, kind of summery sort of blush and lip color, so I don't know. I haven't worked on this at all. Also here I have Benefit High Beam, and as you can see, there is the update line right there, and you can see it's kind of all around showing where the product is. So again, I haven't really been using it. This is really hard to use up. And also I haven't been using this a ton because it's a summer. I use actually another product that I'm going to be showing you next instead of this because I feel like this is more of like a wintry color. I'm gonna try and maybe mix it in with foundations and stuff, but so far no progress. This was my progress line last time. And the last highlighter I have to show you is Benefit's What's Up, and this is just a little mini size, and so this is what it looks like. There obviously hasn't been too much progress, but I have been working on it actually a lot lately. So that's the progress right there. So I have made a tiny bit of progress, but even though I feel like I've been using it a ton, I feel like I've been using it a lot. So I'm kind of shocked that the line hasn't shown that it's made a lot of progress because I feel like I've been using it a ton. Maybe I'll try to use it as like a cream eyeshadow once I'm done with some of my other ones because I think it would be really pretty. It is a really pretty highlighter, but it's just so freaking hard to use up. I'm so glad I have a mini size of it rather than a big size of it. And probably the big reason I haven't been using, or it looks like I haven't had a lot of progress, is because I just use a tiny amount of it. Also, there was one time where this whole like stick fell out. So I think it's kind of drying up and getting old. So I don't know. We'll see where we go with this one as well. I wish there was more progress on it because I feel like I've been using it a ton.